Hey guys, today I'm going to read All About Bones. This is 3.4 from our red folder. It's pages 29 and 30. So if you want to pause this video and go get your red folder or get your 3.4 out of your backpack that I'm sure you stuffed in there, follow along as I read. I am going to continue reading from our reader. It's the same words, but I like using the reader because I can show you the pictures that the page references so you can show whoever you might be reading with, or maybe you just want to look at the pictures again. So get that out. We're all going to start by reading the title together. Ready? All About Bones. And you're following along on this one. Ready? Put your finger at the top of your page where it says last time. It says last time we learned. Follow along as I read. Read along at a level 1. So that's like a whisper. So you're going to read at a whisper or even maybe a level 2. But don't yell because people in your house might be annoyed. All right, are you ready? Last time we learned the names of some of the bones in the body. Today I'd like to tell you a little more about bones. The bone I'm pointing to is the human fibula bone. The fibula, you may recall, is one of the bones in your leg. The outer part of bone is hard. It is made up of the same stuff as a seashell you might find at the beach. That stuff is called calcium. So what are bones made of? I hope you said calcium and not seashells. It says our bones are made up of the same stuff as seashells, which is called calcium. Put your finger right here where it says, do you like milk? Do you like milk? Milk and other dairy products, like cheese, have lots of calcium in them. They are good for your bones. One way to take good care of your bones is to eat a healthy diet with dairy products. Exercise is also good for your bones. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to read the caption. You do not have the caption in your story. It says, Dr. Wellbody points to the fibula. Put your finger where it says, if you could look inside a bone. It's about halfway down on your paper, right here. If you could look inside a bone, you'd see something called marrow. Since you can't see inside this bone, I'll show you a slide. Remember, make sure you're reading with me. The slide shows bone marrow cells. I think you may already know a little about cells. Is that right? If you look at things with a strong microscope, you can see that many things are made up of tiny cells. Your skin is made up of cells. So are your bones. Here you can see some bone marrow cells. There are millions of cells like these inside your bones. The bone marrow cells have an important job. They are like little factories. They pump out red blood cells. Then the red blood cells carry oxygen all around the body. And the caption over here says, a view of bone marrow cells through a microscope. It's a pretty cool picture. Why are bone marrow cells like little factories? Can you look in this paragraph and figure out why are they like little factories? If you see right here, it says they are like little factories. They pump out red blood cells. Then the red blood cells carry oxygen all around the body. That is how they are like factories. I am on this page. It's as you get older. If you look, this is the very bottom of your page, and it's going to continue on to the back. So at the very bottom of 29, put your finger where it says, as you get older. As you get older and taller, your bones grow with you. Bones are strong. They can support a great deal of weight. However, if you put too much pressure on them, or if the pressure comes from the wrong direction, bones can break. This next slide shows a broken bone. This is a special kind of picture called an X-ray. You see the X-ray? Can you see where the bone is broken? X-rays are part of the invisible light spectrum. When you aim X-ray light at your body, some parts of the body absorb a lot of X-rays and some do not. Your bones are hard. They absorb a lot of the X-ray light. The soft tissue around your bones absorbs less X-ray light. That is why doctors like X-rays. We can aim X-rays at part of your body and get a picture of the inside of your body. We can use X-rays to find out if any bones are broken. You will learn much more about X-rays in a later unit about light and sound. And I'm going to read the caption right here. It says, an X-ray image of a broken bone. Do you see exactly where the bone is broken? And I've already showed you, but you can really see it in the slide. So let's see. Have you ever broken a bone? You are on your page down here. That's where it's at. Put your finger on that. Have you ever broken a bone? I fix lots of broken bones each year. Would you like to know how I do it? I start by taking X-rays. That's how I find out if the bone is really broken. If the X-ray shows that the bone is broken, then I set the bone. That means I put the bone pieces back in the right place. Once the bones are in the right place, I put on a cast, just like this. One of the remarkable things about the bones in your body is that they are able to heal themselves. Once a broken bone has been set, it grows back just like it was before it was broken. Here's a boy I fixed up last summer. He broke one of the bones in his arm. I put the cast on to hold the bones in the right place so they would heal. He had to wear a cast for 2 months while the bones healed. Then I cut the cast off for him. He's just fine now. His bone has healed and his arm is good as new. And the caption says, the cast helps the boy's broken arm heal. What is the first thing a doctor does to find out if you have a broken bone? I hope you said they start by taking X-rays. That's how they find out if it's broken. So if the bone is broken, what is the next step? If the X-ray shows that a bone is broken, then I set the bone. That means I put the bone pieces back in the right place. Excellent job. What is that last step? Next sentence. Once the bones are in the right place, I put on a cast. Very good. And then once it's healed, they can cut that cast off. Have you ever had a broken bone? I never have. The next chapter is the muscular system. I'll read that in another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and you read that story again. See ya.